In this short video, I'm going to share with you one simple idea to improve your profits almost overnight. This idea is so easy and so simple to implement, yet most small business owners don't do it and as a result leave many thousands of pounds on the table every single year. My name's Stuart Ramsey. I'm the Managing Director of Accountancy Extra, and I'm passionate about helping small business owners improve their businesses and get the businesses that they deserve and want. If you'd like to talk to me about any of the things I raise in this video, you can drop me an email at stuart@accountancyextra.co.uk, call me on 01422 365 981, or tweet me at Stuart Ramsey, and I'll be happy to talk you through and answer any of the questions that you might have. So let's get on and look at this number one idea, the simplest idea that you can have to improve your profits almost overnight. And that idea is quite simply just to get the price right. It's a very easy idea, it's a very simple idea, but it's an idea that many small business owners don't know how to implement and how to do it. Pricing remains an absolute mystery to a lot of small business owners, and as a result they leave many thousands of pounds on the table every single year. So let's explain what we mean by get the price right by looking at a very simple example. Let's say we were selling tins of beans, and in the period that we're looking at we're going to sell 10 tins of beans. These beans are exceptionally good beans and we price them at £10 a tin. They cost us £6 a tin to buy, and our rent and overheads for our business is £30. So what would our profit and loss look like? Well, we'd have sales of 100, our fixed costs, which are our rent and our overheads, of 30, we'd have variable costs of £60, and we'd have a profit of £10. Now, in a recession, and when times are tough and when times are hard, one of the first things small business owners think of doing is dropping their prices and offering discounts to their customers. So what would happen if we had a 10% price cut? Well, this is what would happen. Our sales would drop from 100 to 90, our fixed costs would stay as they are, and our variable costs would also stay as they are. But look what's happened to the profit. By dropping our prices by 10%, we've wiped out all the profit that we'd made before we started. Now, the challenge I usually receive at this point from small business owners is, but if we're cheaper, we'll be more competitive and we'll attract more customers. And that could well be the case. So let's have a look at what happens if we attract 10% more customers with a 10% price cut. So we're now selling 11 tins of beans at £9. So our revenue is now £99, which is more or less what it was when we first started. Our fixed costs stick at 30, but look what's happened to our variable costs. Now we're selling 11 tins of beans, our variable costs have gone up by £6 from £60 to £66. And have a look at the profit. We're now making only £3 profit from having a 10% price cut and a 10% increase in volume. In fact, to make the same amount of profit, the £10 profit we were making in the original example, we'd now need to sell 33% more stuff. So we need to sell a third more tins of beans to make the same amount of money as we were before we were making the price cut. So let's look at an alternative. Instead of knocking down our prices by 10%, what would happen if we increased them by 10%? Well, our revenues would go up to £110 from 100, our fixed costs would stay as they are at 30, and our variable costs were still only selling 10 tins of beans would be 60. So our profit would double. In fact, instead of being £10, our profit would now be £20. But the challenge I get at that point is if we put our prices up, we'll lose customers. So we asked a room of 50 business owners, have they raised their prices in the last 2 years? And almost every business owner in that room said that they had. And out of those business owners, not one had lost all their customers as a result of putting their prices up. In fact, only one business owner had lost any business at all from increasing his prices in the last 2 years. So let's have a look and see, if you were that business owner who had lost some of the business, and let's say you'd lost 10% of your business, what would your profit and loss look like? Well, we're now selling beans at £11 and we're only selling 9 of them, so our revenues dropped from 100 or 110 down to 99. Our fixed costs stay as they are, but our variable costs drop from £60 down to 54 because we're only selling 9 tins of beans. So we're now making £15 profit instead of the original £10 profit. So the variation in profits through increasing your prices, even if you lose business, is still more beneficial to be putting your prices up and losing some business than it is to be dropping them and trying to get more business in through the door to make up that amount of money. And what else happens if we put our prices up? Well, the first thing is we need to invest in less stock. So we've got less of our cash tied up in boxes on shelves. We need to serve less customers. We don't have to do as much fulfillment. And if we're serving less customers and we've got less money tied up in stock and we're not running around as much as we were, we're going to be less stressed. Now sometimes it's not just as easy as putting your prices up and adding 10% on. We think there's around 14 different ways that you can price your products and your services much more effectively to get the prices that you and your business deserve. And we've put those 14 ideas onto a DVD. And if you'd like a copy of that DVD, just drop me a line, either via email, phone call, or send me a tweet, and I'll happily send you a copy of that DVD, and you can start putting those ideas into place and see what they make for your difference they make for your business. My name's Stuart Ramsey. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon on another video.